It was a 10,000 a month allowance from their parents for almost 18 months that helped Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal launch an e-commerce website retailing books in October 2007. Today, the company that they started with just an investment of 4 lakh rupees is valued at almost $15 billion. India is now shopping like never before, and Flipkart is the hot destination of every internet shopaholic. The mastermind behind this idea and one of the first people to establish an e-commerce website in India is Sachin Bansal, an IIT graduate and a businessman who created something of a history in the great Indian internet shopping revolution and made lives a lot easier than what it used to be earlier. This is the story of Flipkart's founder Sachin Bansal. An IIT graduate with a computer science engineering degree would certainly have a sparkling bright future, especially in the era when software was on a rise. Similarly, soon after Sachin completed graduation, he bagged a job in TechSpan and later he worked with one of the biggest e-commerce websites in the world, Amazon. Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal studied together in the IIT and they both met again at Amazon. And that was when they decided that it was time to start India's own e-commerce website. Their brainchild is Flipkart.com, the e-retail company that went on to become the country's first and the biggest in less than 6 years. However, just like most big businesses, Flipkart started off small. Both the founders Sachin and Binny Bansal were not really sure of the idea. In the early days, the two founders delivered books to their customers themselves on their scooters. Though they did not get initial traction, they dared to start it off just because they thought that the internet shopping scene in India deserved to be better. They worked hard, even gave away pamphlets of their company outside bookstores when Flipkart was only selling books at the beginning. Post many difficulties in the initial stages of getting the book vendors to tie up and permissions for the credit card payment gateway, Flipkart slowly expanded its operations. One can easily call that as a risky move in a country where people have various choices and preferences. An e-commerce startup will always have enormous challenges. In India, people often prefer to shop from the local stores and buy goods that they see and like. But Flipkart turned every no into a yes and transformed the whole shopping ecosystem in India. In the first few years of its existence, Flipkart raised funds through venture capital funding. As the company grew in stature, more funding arrived. Flipkart repaid the investors' faith with terrific performances year after year. In the financial year of 2008 to 2009, Flipkart made sales to the tune of 40 million Indian rupees. This soon increased to 200 million Indian rupees the following year. Since then, there has been no stopping to Flipkart and they are increasing exponentially year after year. Their last round of fundraising had increased their value to $15 billion. However, as of February 2016, according to Morgan Stanley, their estimated value stands at $11 billion. However, every big business has got a few hiccups. The only thing Flipkart lacked in its entire system was to give an opportunity to the user to look and feel the product. Well, Flipkart is facing a tough competition in that sector, as startups like Local Jow, Shop City and Scootsy are all providing the look and feel experience. But reaching the stage what Flipkart is at today will not be an easy task for these emerging startups. To avoid such kind of cutthroat competition, Flipkart also acquired a few companies like Myntra.com, LetsBuy.com among others to better their presence in the market. With the entry of Amazon.in in India, the competition between the companies has seen many takeovers. Well, Flipkart's journey from a small book e-retailer to India's largest e-commerce platform inspires a generation of startups. In a country where stereotypes are common, Flipkart managed to break the norm and change the e-commerce industry in India forever. With this, one thing is for sure, that Flipkart and its founder Sachin Bansal's story proves that if you have a great idea and you are a doer and not a thinker, success is